Hey guys, 𝗙 here, back with another video. I have a comment here from Zena, ZZ, and I know I answered a comment of yours, I think in the last video or in the one before that, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to go into this one as well because you bring up some good points, and I think that your questions have been pretty good. I think they're pretty universal questions in the sense that they're going to, I think a lot of people out there probably have very similar questions around this. So let's see, let's get into it and let's see what we can do with this. What is your opinion on this, 𝗙? I do the visualization and my self-love, and I don't sit at home waiting for him to text. Good. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing your visualizations as long as they feel good, and you should be working on your self-love and your self-appreciation and getting into things that you love that don't have to do so much with him or your desire. You really want to learn to let it go, and part of the whole, doing the self-love work also is to get to a space where you don't need somebody to love you to be happy, and that's what's going to bring people in. That's attractive quality. That's what's going to keep making you attractive in terms of being inwardly and vibrationally attractive, right? When I say attractive in that sense, I don't mean physically attractive. I mean vibrationally attractive and energetically attractive. That's what pulls people towards you the most. Anytime. I could look like Brad Pitt and be cut, but if I'm down on myself all the time, I'm not going to have very attractive energy. If I look like Danny DeVito, right, but I'm confident and I love myself and I accept myself the way I am and I appreciate life and I love life and I do the things that I love and that make me feel passionate, then guess what? I'm going to get a lot of attention from people, a lot of positive attention from people. That's how this stuff works. That's what attraction is about, especially when it comes to other people, but especially, of course, in law of attraction and manifesting, which is what we're talking about, right? So yes, you want to keep doing that. It's good that you're doing that. It's good that you're not just sitting at home waiting for him to text. So she continues, but he does from time to time, just one text or so. So you already see it working, right? A little bit. You already see that when you're not really paying that much attention to him and you're doing yourself and you're working on yourself and you're doing what you love, and you're not sitting around waiting for him to text, then he will text. He texts you from time to time, even if it's just one text or so. Now, I don't know what he's texting you, if it's like a hey, or, a lot of guys do that, especially when it comes to guys. I know that there's not often a lot in terms of initiative that guys will take. I don't know what he's texting you. Maybe just a hey, how you doing, or something like that. But it doesn't matter. He's texting you. So he's missing you. He's thinking about you. He's wondering what you're doing because you're busy doing your life, doing you, right? And he's wondering, like, what's going on with Zena? What's going on with her? Why, I'm not hearing from her and all this stuff. So yes, he's missing you. And the very next thing you write is, I feel like I should give him space to miss me. Well, that's what you've been doing, isn't it? That's a very important kind of thing. And it's not so, it's not about doing it in order to get him to miss you, right? It's doing it because it comes about naturally because you're so busy being about yourself. You're so busy loving yourself, living your life to the fullest, being happy, being a happy person, a completed person without him, with or without him in the picture, is going to, that's the attractive quality that I'm talking about. That's going to make him wonder, what's going on? What's going on in her life? Maybe her life is awesome. I want to be a part of that. That's why he's missing you, okay? So I feel like I should give him space to miss me, ignore him when he texts me. Now, here's where I'm going to go to the opposite end of the spectrum, and this is kind of what this is about. And I want to make sure you understand this and I get this point across, because if you're doing this, if you're ignoring his texts in order to make him miss you, that's a manipulative behavior. And now I'm not writing your case here or anything. I'm not criticizing you or judging you in any way. But this is a very universal kind of thing that people do. And it's important to touch on this, especially in the light of what we're trying to do here in terms of manifesting relationships with people. So if he's missing you because you're so busy living your awesome life, that's a good way to get someone to miss you. That's a natural way to get him to miss you. That's sort of a byproduct of you just being awesome and living an awesome life, right? That's a byproduct of you doing that, is him missing you. Now, if he's texting you and you're ignoring his texts because you want to keep him missing you, well, that's kind of crossing into manipulative behavior. And here's the thing about this, and I want to say this loud and clear: love is invitational. It's not manipulative. And the thing about it is, if you get him back through all kinds of manipulative means, you're going to feel guilty about that. Not only are you going to feel guilty about that, but you're going to doubt whether he really wanted to be back with you, or whether he's back with you because you used some manipulative tactics or something you read in a book that tells you ignore his texts, or what's that book that the girls read? It's the Rules or something like that. You know, all that kind of stuff. You know, play hard to get and do this and that and the other thing. That is manipulative behavior. And I'm not saying you shouldn't necessarily engage in it. I mean, if you like that game, and some people do, if you like that game and it gives you joy, maybe keep doing it if that's what you're after, okay? If you're after playing the game or a game, then go ahead and play it, but be aware that what you're getting back is more game playing, all right? And this is a lot of times where people run into trouble, especially with manifesting exes back or specific people, is they jump right into the game because on one level they don't feel confident enough in the idea that that person might just want to be with them without all that nonsense, right? So you need to decide what it is that you want here. If you like this kind of game, this kind of back and forth, and some people do, and again, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But if you engage in that, that's what you're going to keep getting back. You're going to get these sort of games, this tit for tat, this one-upping each other, this stalemating, right? The stalemates, that happens a lot. So be aware that when you are ignoring his texts, or I should rather say, this whole idea of getting him to miss you, understand, you know, try to figure out what it is, though, that's making him miss you. On the one hand, it could be you're living your awesome life, and him missing you is just a cool byproduct of that. Or you are kind of, I'll ignore his text, maybe he'll miss me more. That's getting into manipulative behavior. And again, nothing necessarily wrong with that. But if that's what you want to do, if you're going to play that kind of game, that's what you're going to get back. And if you don't want that back, then stop doing that. I would reply to his texts. You know, even if he's just saying hey, you can say hey back. Again, this is so important. You have to decide what it is you want. Do you want to be in a relationship with this person? If you do, then maybe at some point when he texts you, you might have to take the initiative and kind of ask him out, or say, hey, let's get together or something like that, and just see where he's at with it, right? Sometimes you might have to take the initiative if you want to move things forward. That's kind of the action part of this whole manifestation process. There's always going to be some kind of action you'll need to take. Sometimes it's going to be on that level, right? Maybe he's texting you from time to time to see if the door is still open. Maybe he's not ready yet, but he's getting ready to be ready, or something like that. So maybe he's getting ready to ask you out. Maybe he's working on his courage to do that. Maybe he thinks you're not that into him anymore, that kind of thing. Because if you ignore his texts, he's probably going to think you're not that into him. So I would say, you know, don't ignore his texts. You don't even have to ask him out if that's not what you want to do. But definitely say a hello back, or, you know, how you doing? Or I've been okay. I hope you're okay. Even if it's just like that, it keeps the door open at least, right? But yeah, understand that there's two kinds of ways to make someone miss you. One of them is, of course, what I mentioned already, is you just kind of living your awesome life and being happy and loving yourself more and accepting yourself more and being okay with him being there or not being there. You can want him to be there, but you can be okay. You're okay with it not being that way because your life is so cool anyway. And then you want to make him a part of that. You're inviting him to be a part of that, of your cool fucking life. That's what it is. And he's going to want to be a part of that. He's already kind of sensing that a little bit. So you're loving yourself more. You do the visualization, so yeah, you're still kind of working on it, and that's good. You should be doing that. But he's texting you from time to time to kind of see like what's going on with her, you know. And I don't know if you guys are connected on social media or anything like that. And if you are, maybe he's looking at your posts and your pictures, and you're kind of showing that you're having fun and all that kind of stuff. And what you're doing at that point, though, is saying, hey, I'm really still into you. I'd like to have another opportunity with you. But if you're not around, if you're not into it, that's cool, because you know what? Something will come along, or I'm just happy right now anyway. That's being vibrationally happy, energetically happy and attractive. And then what you do is, from that perspective, go, you're invited into my life, into my cool life. I'd like to invite you along for this awesome ride that I've built for myself. I'd like you to be a part of that ride. Okay? That's the invitational part of this thing, right? Now, the manipulative part of it is, of course, going, well, I want him to miss me more, so I'm going to ignore his texts, or I'm going to play hard to get, or I'm going to try to make him jealous, or with other guys, or post pictures of me with a bunch of other guys so he'll get jealous and all that kind of stuff. I can tell you, and also from experience, that stuff will backfire unless it's what you want, unless it's what you have fun doing. Then keep doing that. Some people have fun doing that. Nothing wrong with it, okay? But understand and decide what it is you really want here. If you want a relationship with this man, then keep going the way you're going. Keep working on your self-love. Keep making your life awesome and amazing so that he's going to want to be part of it. And then you open the door for him. You become invitational towards him, right? That's what I mean when I say love is invitational, not manipulative. So then you do reply to his texts, okay? And you don't have to, if you don't feel comfortable asking him out right now either, or any of that stuff, you just reply to his texts every now and then with a, hey, how are you? It's really nice to hear from you, all right? I love hearing from you. Anything like that. Keep it positive, keep it light, maybe keep it fun and funny and a little bit flirty too, okay? That can be fun. And then kind of go, if he's not gonna make a move at that point, and ask you out or suggest getting together, then just kind of keep it short, and be fun and lighthearted and just say, you know what, I got to run. I got some things to do. I got some friends to meet. You don't have to be specific about it, but that will give the impression too, and will let him understand that you're having a good time out there without him too. That's going to make him more curious about that. That's being invitational. All right, that's not being manipulative. But if you're ignoring his text because you want to, make him miss you more. If you want him to miss you all the time, then that's fine. Then you've already manifested that, I would say. Again, you got to get clear about what you want, okay? So that's the big takeaway from this. Love is invitational, not manipulative. But if you're living your life out there, and this is why I try to drive this home, this point, so often, and again and again and again and again until it sticks with you guys out there, is that you got to be about yourself. This is not about him or her. This is about you. Getting somebody back, getting an ex back, being in a relationship with a specific person, manifesting that is about you, your inner space. You make your life the most awesome thing that it could possibly be. You make yourself as happy right now in the moment and in every moment that you possibly can. Make yourself content at least, right? So that you're not sitting around thinking about them all the time, pushing all the time, thinking about how to get them back, making them the object of your obsession, right? Then love can be invitational, because when you're living your awesome life, people want to be a part of it, including your specific person, okay? They're going to want to be a part of that. So that's why you work on yourself. That's why you keep working on the self-love, keep building your awesome, amazing life, and then invite them into it. So for you, 𝗙់, I would not ignore his texts, but I wouldn't really engage with him too much either. Leave the door open. And my sense is, and again, I don't know the specifics, but my sense would be that he's probably seeing if the door is still open. So just show him the door's open. Leave it open in a crack, and then go on and live your awesome life and be like, hey, you want to walk in through the door, you're welcome to. I invite you to do it. But I'm going to go over here and be amazing and be happy and live an amazing life, because that's what I'm about now, right? So I hope that answers your question. I know I didn't read the whole comment, but this is a common one, and I'm going to touch on that again in future videos. And also more specifically what to do when they text me. There's a lot of that kind of stuff out there, a lot of questions about that out there, because eventually you will hear from your specific person. So what do you do then, right? So this is, so I'll get more into that in future videos, but I wanted to talk about this concept of love being invitational and not manipulative. So I hope that helps you, 𝗙់, and I hope that helps you guys out there. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm kind of talking a little fast today. I'm a little busy, so I know I haven't been uploading a lot. There'll be more uploading soon. I'm getting ready for a long trip this summer too. I'll be leaving in a few weeks. So there'll be some travel time and some kind of upheaval, and I'm in the process of organizing all that. So I'm sort of like squeezing in videos here and there. But you know, the channel, there'll be more frequent videos, and there'll be more podcast episodes coming up. It's just kind of a very busy season right now. You know, life moves like that. It's cyclical. Winter tends to be kind of slow and dead, and that's cool. And I like to be cuddled up in my bed and watch movies and record videos and think about this and that. But now, you know, the weather's nice and things are getting active. People are getting active. I'm getting active, so I'm out there a lot, getting a lot of sunshine, and also preparing for my trips and summer and the whole season that's coming up. So anyway, that's why I haven't been uploading that much, and I do apologize for that, but there will be more videos. And furthermore, and you know the spiel, if you'd like to give me a donation, leave me a donation or a tip. The links are down below. There's a Cash App link and a PayPal link for that. I appreciate any amount, even $1 helps. It helps me make this content better. Hopefully eventually get some better video equipment too. Things like that. More awesome editing. Rock star editing, right? I don't know. Also, if you want some personalized coaching, there are packages available on my website, manifestation.lab.com/services. I now have I have 3 options for replies, so that you can get an email reply, like a typed reply. You can get a recorded audio reply. You can get a video reply. So those are tiered. And down the road, at some point, I will offer live one-on-one coaching. I'm just not quite ready to set that up yet. And like I said, I'm going to be traveling quite a bit, so it makes things a little complicated in terms of where I am in the world, where everybody is. That's just something I'm still working out. So, but for now, if you want to write me your story or email your questions, and you want some personalized attention on that, and you want a personalized response for that, then you can get some coaching on the website, like I mentioned. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe, and all those new subscribers, they keep going up and up, and thank you guys so much for that. And thank you for all your comments. I know there have been a lot of comments and questions. I'm getting to those. I'm going to do another viewer comment video very soon. All right, so if you haven't heard a response from me on any of your comments, questions on any of the videos, don't despair. I make a note of all those, the ones that have the questions and all that stuff. I put them in a document, and I have them all there on a list so that I can find them again easily, and I can respond to them in future videos. Okay, guys? Thanks, as always, for tuning in and for subscribing and all that awesome stuff. And I'll see you next time. Until then, take care and all the best. Bye-bye.